guys, this is Pam and welcome back to my channel. So today I have 5 fragrances for you that I am currently obsessed. Can't stop wearing these, especially for this hot season. It's not like I planned it whatsoever. Anyway, this is just what I have been wanting to wear lately. And I'm gonna be ranking these perfumes according to the one I have been wearing the least to the one that I've been wearing the most, but not necessarily from the least that smells good to the one that smells the best. Okay, I love all of these 5 fragrances. It's just like the number 1 is the one that I just can't stop wearing in comparison to the other 4. So let's go ahead and get started with my number 5, and that would be by the House of Chanel. And this is actually my favorite Chanel number 5 version, which is the L'Eau. Chanel number 5 L'Eau, which is an eau de toilette. I know they have other flankers, but this is the one I just like the most. Whether it's in the summer season or winter, doesn't matter what the weather is or what the current condition is. If I want to wear a Chanel number 5 type of fragrance, this is what I like. Although I do have a mini of the eau de parfum, and I also have the oil. I love the oil, okay, the Chanel number 5 oil. Okay, so Chanel number 5 is it's just very fresh, very clean. It's kind of like an out of the shower scent. It's one of those fragrances that I love to wear like out of the shower, after shower. It has that very soapy Safeguard kind of smell. I don't know if you're familiar with Safeguard, but I grew up using Safeguard soap. It has that clean smell, clean soapy smell. It's very airy and effervescent and sort of sparkling. And I just love wearing this one. I don't find that it smells old or old lady, whatever people call it. I don't really care about any of that. If I like the perfume, whether you think it's old lady or not, I don't care. That's your opinion. We're all entitled to our opinion. But Chanel number 5 L'Eau is just so nice. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's sweet, a little floral, aldehydic, of course. Yeah, it's just very fresh and bright and effervescent and sparkling and soapy and clean, and just I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, in terms of projection, it doesn't project very well. It's okay though. Like, of course, with pretty much any perfume that you just sprayed, it's gonna perform pretty well in terms of projection and sillage. But after about, I don't know, 30 minutes or so, that's when you can kind of score how a perfume projects and how long it lasts. So this one, after that first initial spray dies down, it doesn't project as much. But again, I like wearing this mostly after a shower, or just whenever I feel like I want something clean and soapy and have that Chanel number 5 vibe. So even if it doesn't really project well or last very long, I don't know, I like it. I enjoy it. I still like it. I think it's still full bottle worthy. Yeah, the Chanel number 5, I highly recommend it. If you want a beginner Chanel number 5, go with the L'Eau, start with that. Or I highly recommend the body oil is amazing, amazing, okay? And if you want this to last longer, have the body oil first and then spray this on you, and there you go, okay? That's my number 5. And let's go ahead to, oh, I forgot to read you the notes. I'm gonna link all of this in the description box for the notes, like I always do, so you can check out the Fragrantica link, okay? And check out the notes yourself. My number 4, and I actually have notes here, so just bear with me. Okay, so my number 4 is by the House of Tom Ford, and I do like this version better. Not that I don't like the eau de parfum version, but this is the eau de toilette, and that is Eau de Soleil Blanc by the House of Tom Ford. Okay, so this perfume is very fresh. It has that clean, fresh, citrusy, neroli vibe to it. I think that this version, in comparison to the Eau de Parfum, has very strong citrus. And to me, the citrus stays pretty long from the beginning till end. I smell the citrus and it projects pretty good on me, on my off of my skin. How can I describe this? It's got that coconutty smell to it, which is very round. It's kind of like when you got that green coconut that you just kind of chopped open. I don't know if you've ever had like a freshly cut open coconut with the straws, when they stick the straw into the coconut and you suck that coconut juice. It has that fresh coconut smell. Plus the citruses, it's a little sweet. I find it very fresh, very cozy. And I actually think that this performs pretty good for a fresh, citrusy, coconutty perfume. It does have that soft, slightly floral scent to it. I think this is a perfect perfume for even at the office. Even at the office, I think it's very nice for the hot season, or especially if you're going on like a beach vacation. Okay, so we're gonna be going in a week or so to the beach, and I'm definitely gonna be taking this one with me. Again, that's Tom Ford Eau de Soleil Blanc. I love it. I love it. I might get the Eau de Parfum as well. Maybe I could layer it with this to kind of make it last longer. But again, like what I said, it lasts pretty long on my skin. Maybe like, I don't know, 6 hours. Okay. Now, when you hit that 6 hour period, it probably doesn't project as much anymore. But to me, I do keep getting whiffs of it, and I'm happy with that. And the citrusness that I love about it, alongside that coconut, I smell it all throughout the entirety of the wear of the perfume. So pretty happy with that. Okay, my number 3 actually might surprise you, because this is a fragrance that's marketed towards men, and this has been talked about a lot. And there's actually a new flanker of it, which is the Eau Give, I think. I'm not quite sure, and I'm so curious in smelling that one. And this is by the house of Hermes, and that is Terre d'Hermes, and this is the Eau de Toilette. I just cannot stop wearing this one. I love this one. I love it. If I ever smell it on a man, I think that would be awesome. But I have been wearing it myself. It has like a cool cap. It doesn't have a cap because you just twist this and the atomizer is right there. But sometimes I forget about it and I just like keep taking it off. But anyway, you just twist it and it's right there. I believe the new flanker, the Eau Give, if I'm saying it right, or if I even remember the name right, has like a normal cap that you can take off. Anyways, Terre d'Hermes, so this is marketed for men, but I have been wearing it, so obviously it's unisex. It is very strong on vetiver, and so the two main notes to me that's are very prominent is the grapefruit and the vetiver. So the grapefruit in this scent is very bitter, so you do get that citrus, but to me you smell a lot of that. If you imagine the peel of the grapefruit, that's bitter yet it's citrusy, that's what you get with this one. The bitter citrusy peel of the grapefruit plus the rooty earthy vetiver. So I just sprayed Chanel number 5 on that one. So it is very citrusy in the opening, but a strong bitter grapefruit and vetiver. Oh my goodness, there's something about this one that's just intoxicating. Like you just want to keep smelling it. I could see why some people may not be fond of this smell. Oh my goodness, it's so good. The grapefruit in there with the vetiver is just beautiful. So like what I was saying, I can see why some people may not like it, but I could definitely see how people could be obsessed with this scent. It just grows on me. Like the more I smell it, the more I wear it, the more I just love it. It has that. It's just weird. It's just weird because like this scent, I find that, you know, like with some people, like their features, like their facial features, like they're not supposed to be good looking because like their nose probably big and their eyes too small, or I don't know, they don't have enough chin whatsoever. But like, let's say Adam Driver. Is it Adam Driver? Yeah, the guy who played Kylo Ren, right? Like he's not supposed to be attractive because his features are kind of like, I don't know. Anyway, but he's attractive. I find him very manly, sexy. I find him very attractive. So I find that Terre d'Hermes is the same. Like it's not supposed to smell good. You're not supposed to like it, but it's good and you like it, and yeah. So that's the best way I can explain Terre d'Hermes. Oh, there's just something about it. It's just that appeal, you know. Speaking of appeal, yeah, you do get a lot of the grapefruit peel. Even like, you know, the grapefruit flesh, the skin. Now I'm not talking about the peel, the skin that holds the little buds, the little citrus buds. Like that's what you smell. That's what you smell with this one. Plus the vetiver, and it's rooty and earthy. I think that this is, if not the best. I have not smelled a whole lot of vetiver centric perfumes, but out of all, as far as I remember, out of all the ones that I have smelled and tried and tested, I think this is the best, or one of the best. And that's Terre d'Hermes. All right, let's go to number 4. Let me go ahead and open my notes just in case. And okay, oh, I love this one. So this one is actually pretty new to my collection, and I believe it's pretty hard to find. I did take a while to finally find it and locate it and find an authentic one, because nowadays if there's anything that's hard to find, you're kind of like, oh, it's not even authentic. This one is. I'm very happy, fortunately. And my number 4 that I can't stop wearing, currently obsessed, is by the house of Armani, and this is actually my very first Armani perfume in terms of the Armani Prive, okay, and that is Bleu Turquoise. I mean, just look at that bottle. I love it. Yeah. So this is so hard to describe. Oh my goodness. It's salty, like very salty. That's the best way I can describe it. It's salty and minerally. So it's kind of like, if you imagine, I don't even know, like if you're walking along the beach and you pick up some stones or rocks whatsoever, or pebbles, and you pick that up and you smell it, you know, like it's been in the heat of the sun, and it's been soaked in the ocean water, in the salty ocean water, plus the heat of the sun, and you smell that, it even has a smell. That's what this smells like. That's what Bleu Turquoise smells like. It's salty, minerally, something about it that's very addicting. Sort of reminds me sometimes of like the very, very back end of Baccarat Rouge. It doesn't smell like Baccarat Rouge. Hold on. Okay, calm down. But it's reminding me of like the very back end of Baccarat Rouge. You know, the what do you call that? The ambergris. That's salty, plus that kind of medicinal smell combined. It's giving me that vibe with this one, which I actually think, which I haven't tried, I actually think might be good to layer. I don't know, like maybe layer this with, like if you have 6 sprays of this one, then layer it with 1 spray of the Baccarat Rouge 540 Eau de Parfum. Okay, so What I love about this is because it's hard to describe other than what it smells like. It's just very addicting, very intoxicating. There's something about it that you just want to keep smelling. And the thing I like about Bleu Turquoise is that I find that it keeps changing and evolving on my skin. Like each time I smell myself or I get a whiff of it, there's something about it that's slightly different than the last whiff or than the last smell. Like something is more prominent than the last one. Like sometimes it's a very, very salty, almost like when you're drinking margarita with salt. Or I don't know, sometimes I get a little bit citrus, or sometimes I get something very just mineral. I don't really know how to explain it, like metallic, you know, or like rock, stone kind of scent, or like the smell of like, yeah, like a rock that's been sitting in the sun. You know, like the sun has a smell. I don't know if that's just me. Like sometimes when my son is playing outside and he goes back inside, then he smells like the sun, and I tell him, "You smell like the sun." Yeah, I feel like the sun does have a smell. It has that kind of sun smell, and like in a really, really good way. So this has some, I don't know, very, very slight incense, peppery smell to it. That's very salty, and I don't know what else. Yeah, it's kind of like when you're already out in the beach, okay? Like you're strolling, playing, and you get this salt water on your skin, and you've been out in the sun and you've been sweating. So that kind of like your own body sweat and salt being hit by the sun, but you still clean, not quite that gross yet. It's kind of like your own body sweat, and then you turn that into a perfume. I feel like that's what Bleu Turquoise smells like. That's the best way I can describe it. Anyway, I love it, and I can't stop wearing it. So that's it. Okay, that's it. And my number one that I cannot, absolutely obsessed currently, okay, is by the house of Dior, and I waited such a long time to get this one. Anyway, I have it, and I've been wearing it like non-stop, and that is a Balade Sauvage. Okay, so Balade Sauvage, oh my goodness. This is the one that once again keeps changing and evolving on my skin. It has that again, it's salty. It has a saltiness to it. It's very figgy. I believe this has figs. Again, I'm gonna leave all the Fragrantica links in my description box, so check it out if you're curious on the notes. It's salty, it's figgy, it's a little musky. It has that sensualness about it. I find that this is a sexy perfume, and I could say the same with Bleu Turquoise. It has that sexiness appeal about it, I guess because it smells like your skin but better. So Balade Sauvage has that. Yeah, it's sensual, it's sexy. It's not necessarily fresh in terms of like the Soleil Blanc has very citrus and fresh, and the Law has that soapy vibe. But Balade Sauvage has that kind of ozonic but soft and warm feeling. Like, yeah, I would say this is like a warm, salty fig fragrance. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the best way to describe it. And the sprayer is amazing. Okay, so and on the initial spray here is that green fig. Salty, it's a green fig salty smell that's very airy, but the more you wear this one, the more it's gonna change. This is something that's not to be tried or tested on the paper. You have to go home with a sample and spray it on your skin, wear it for a couple of days, test it for a couple of days, then you will have that appreciation over Balade Sauvage. If this is something you have overlooked before, I highly suggest to please revisit this, okay? Give it a full wear when you're not testing any other perfumes just by itself. Because I don't think I've heard a lot of people talk about this, but this is a wonderful, well-made fragrance. Yes. Yeah, so this thing just keeps changing every time you smell it. So like right now I'm smelling the actual fig fruit. I cannot even describe it. That's slightly bitter and green, and it smells fruity, and it's salty, and it's juicy, but then sometimes it's a little musky, like when it dries down, and it's kind of warm and soft and inviting and cozy. Yet I think it's perfect for this hot season. Oh my goodness, I just can't stop wearing this. In the sillage that this leaves, like on your clothes, like like the room you've been in, or like after you've worn your clothes. Because like I have a laundry basket that when I use the bathroom, I pass that laundry basket, and oh my goodness, just the sillage that projects into the air. I just love this perfume. Again, if this is something you have not even paid attention before, it's time to pay attention to it now. Wear it. Especially take advantage of this weather. I think it's perfect right now. I think it's perfect for spring and summer. Yeah, I love it. I'm gonna be going on a vacation very soon, in like a week and a half, and I know for sure I'm gonna be wearing. I'm gonna be taking Balade Sauvage with me in Bleu, Turquoise. I kind of like that salty, minerally smell. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoy it. I smell so good now. I don't know. It's so good. It's so good. The Balade Sauvage that I'm wearing. Yeah. If you like any of these fragrances that I have mentioned, please leave me a comment down below. I want to know what you guys think about these fragrances. Yeah, and please give me a like and subscribe if you haven't done so, and hit that notification button, because I don't really get to post a lot of videos, or because I can't even record them. Anyway, so when I do, then you get notified and you won't miss a video. And then yeah, please leave me a comment. I do want to know what you guys think. And see you on my next video. Bye bye.